Well, tonight, the Supreme Court is set to decide a historic elections case that could reshape California law.
And it could limit how and when you vote.
Well, CBS LA political reporter Tom Wade is here to break it all down for us.
Yeah, this is a big one, potential major ramifications here. So the court heard this case today. President Trump wants the justices to ban the counting of mail-in ballots that arrive after Election Day, even if those ballots are postmarked on Election Day. Trump is claiming without evidence that the case is about stopping voter fraud, but opponents say it's about suppressing the vote. The Supreme Court is now weighing a crucial elections case that could have major consequences for Southern California voters. The Trump administration is asking the court to ban the counting of ballots that arrive after Election Day.
There is no problem to solve. There is no meaningful fraud.
Retired LA County Supervisor and LA City Councilman Zev Yaroslavsky says the case being led by the Trump administration is an attempt to suppress the votes of those who oppose him.
This is all about what happened in 2020. President Trump is still trying to convince Americans. I don't think he believes it, but I think he's trying to convince Americans that there was some hanky-panky in the 2020 election.
The case before the Supreme Court is over a Mississippi law similar to one we have here in California that allows ballots mailed in on Election Day to be counted. In California, as long as the ballot is postmarked on Election Day, the votes will count. If the justices rule in favor of President Trump, all states where ballots arrive at processing facilities after Election Day will not be counted.
Does having an election day mean that you have to vote and have your vote received by local election officials on that day, in which case the state law and the federal law conflict, or does it allow states to have this sort of grace period?
While there has been no evidence of any widespread voter fraud here in California or across the country, the Supreme Court's conservative majority did appear receptive to many of the Trump administration's arguments. But two conservative justices did question Trump's attorneys about why early voting should be allowed, but ballots arriving after Election Day but sent on Election Day should not be counted. Chief Justice John Roberts appeared skeptical of the answer from Trump's attorney.
I'm not sure I understand exactly how that answer is responsive.
The LA County Registrar says that in 2024, just 3% of the total ballots counted arrived after Election Day. But officials worry a major policy change so close to the upcoming election could lead to confusion. The justices are expected to rule on this case by late June. Ruta Bay?
Tom, thank you.